After completing the signing of Lloyd Kelly on a free transfer, Newcastle United remain busy in the transfer market. Today we will find out what's next for the Magpies. We'll reveal the exciting development as Newcastle United initiate contact for €35 million signing, discuss the latest news from Fabrizio Romano on Newcastle's potential new superstar talent, find out what's happening with Sandro Tonali as official return date twist rules, Newcastle United midfielder out for more games, break down how Jim Ratcliffe has found another outlet to take a swipe at Newcastle over Dan Ashworth. Plus, we'll also reveal the unexpected thing no one would believe that really annoys Alexander Isak. Join us as we uncover the latest Newcastle United news. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell because you won't want to miss a single moment of this incredible journey.
Let's go!
Starting off, according to the latest edition of Corriere dello Sport via Sport Witness, Premier League club Newcastle United have initiated contact and made inquiries about the potential signing of Alessandro Buongiorno from Torino this summer. Napoli have also expressed interest in the 25-year-old central defender, but they have so far been unable to meet Torino's valuation. Napoli have offered €35 million including bonuses, but Torino are holding out for a fee in the region of €45 million. The report suggests that Newcastle's involvement in the transfer race could potentially help Torino in their pursuit of a higher price for Buongiorno. Crucially, it is noted that the player is represented by the same agents who also manage Sandro Tonali, the Italian midfielder who was recently signed by Newcastle United. This shared representation between Buongiorno and Tonali adds an interesting layer to the story, as it is likely that the Magpies have already established a productive working relationship with the players' representatives. While it is common for clubs to use the interest of other teams as leverage in negotiations, the fact that Newcastle have made direct contact and are seeking some information about Buongiorno's potential availability suggests a genuine interest in the player. As the summer transfer window progresses, this developing situation will be one to monitor closely. Newcastle's ability to offer a significant transfer fee, coupled with the existing relationship with the player's agents, could make them a serious contender for Buongiorno's signature, should Torino ultimately decide to part ways with the highly rated defender. Then moving on, in a major transfer coup, Bayern Munich have reached an agreement with Crystal Palace winger Michael Olise, according to reputable journalists Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein. The 21-year-old French prodigy has rejected Newcastle and Chelsea together with Palace's contract renewal proposal and is set to join the Bavarian Giants. While this news may be disappointing for Newcastle fans, there are a couple of positives to take from the situation. Firstly, the fact that Olise has opted to join Bayern Munich rather than a direct Premier League rival, such as Chelsea, Liverpool, or Manchester United, can be seen as a small consolation. This means the Magpies will not have to face the French winger in domestic competition, at least in the immediate future. Secondly, the club's pursuit of such a highly rated and coveted player like Olise demonstrates their ambition and financial capabilities to invest in top-tier talent. This could bode well for their ability to attract similar caliber players in the future. So as Newcastle turn their attention to alternative targets, this episode serves as a reminder of the fierce competition in the transfer market and the challenges faced by clubs in securing their top priorities. However, the Magpies' pursuit of Olise suggests they remain committed to strengthening their squad and building a team capable of challenging for trophies in the years to come. In terms of alternative targets, according to the latest reports from Germany, Newcastle United's pursuit of 20-year-old Mainz winger Brajan Gruda could be heating up. The German under-21 international has emerged as a potential target for the Magpies as they look to bolster their attacking options, particularly on the right wing, with Miguel Almiron potentially leaving the club this summer. The report from German publication Bild, as cited by Sport Witness, suggests that things could get serious for Gruda and that the situation could happen very quickly. In addition to Newcastle, Aston Villa have also been named as potential suitors for the young winger. Gruda ticks a lot of the boxes that Newcastle manager Eddie Howe tends to look for in potential signings. At just 20 years old, he fits the profile of a young, up-and-coming talent that the club has targeted in recent transfer windows. Additionally, Gruda has demonstrated his versatility, featuring primarily as a central attacking midfielder last season, but also playing several games on the right wing and even a couple as a centre forward. However, the potential stumbling block in this deal could be the reported €50 million, £42 million valuation placed on Gruda by Mainz. This hefty price tag may be too much for Newcastle to justify, especially for an unproven entity. Furthermore, the report indicates that Gruda is attracting significant interest from several top German clubs, including Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, RB Leipzig, Borussia Dortmund, and VfB Stuttgart. So it seems this intense competition could make it difficult for Newcastle to secure the player's signature, particularly if he chooses to remain in his home country for the time being. However, in a significant development for Newcastle United's transfer plans, Arsenal youngster Amario Cozier-Duberry has informed the North London club that he will not be signing a new contract and will become a free agent on June 30th. This news has sparked widespread interest in the talented 19-year-old winger, with Newcastle United and several other European clubs keen to secure his services. Cozier-Duberry, who primarily operates on the right wing, has been a part of Arsenal's youth academy and has been highly regarded as a promising prospect for the future. However, it appears the youngster has decided to take a different path, opting to explore opportunities outside of the Emirates Stadium. Newcastle United, who have been closely monitoring Cozier-Duberry's progress in recent months, are now among the clubs vying for his signature. The Magpies have been actively looking to strengthen their youth ranks this summer, and the availability of the Arsenal winger on a free transfer presents an enticing opportunity. The Tyneside club's interest in Cozier-Duberry comes as they are also pursuing a marquee signing in the attacking positions. The potential acquisition of Cozier-Duberry on a free transfer could provide an alternative and potentially more cost-effective option for the Magpies. Cozier-Duberry's talent and potential have not gone unnoticed, with reports suggesting that the young winger has attracted interest from clubs in France, Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands as well. The Evening Standard report indicates that the 19-year-old's decision on his next move will largely be influenced by the amount of first-team football he can secure. This could potentially work against Newcastle's chances of signing Cozier-Duberry, as it may be challenging for the youngster to break into the starting lineup at St. James's Park. The Magpies are expected to make a marquee signing in the attacking positions, which could limit the opportunities available for the Arsenal youth product. However, if Newcastle can present a compelling plan that outlines a clear path to the first team and the necessary playing time to aid Cozier-Duberry's development, they may still have a chance of securing his signature. The club's ambition and ability to provide a suitable environment for the youngster's growth could be crucial factors in the player's decision-making process. The upcoming weeks will be crucial as Newcastle United and other interested clubs engage in discussions with Cozier-Duberry and his representatives. The 19-year-old's future remains uncertain, but his decision to leave Arsenal on a free transfer has undoubtedly opened up new opportunities for the talented winger to showcase his abilities on a bigger stage. Also in recent developments, Premier League giants Chelsea, Tottenham, and Newcastle United are set to miss out on the signing of highly rated French sensation Rayan Cherki. The 20-year-old attacking midfielder has been a long-standing target for all three clubs, but it appears they are now fighting a losing battle for his services. Cherki has come through the youth ranks at French club Lyon and has been a part of their first team setup since the winter of 2020. The young talent has continued to impress with his performances, and his rapid rise has not gone unnoticed by the English clubs. Chelsea, Newcastle, and Tottenham have all been monitoring Cherki and have expressed their interest in signing the versatile midfielder, who can also play on either flank. The Blues' new project of signing the best young players from across Europe has made Cherki a prime target, while Newcastle and Tottenham are also keen to bolster their attacking options. However, it seems the Premier League trio are now fighting a losing battle for Cherki's signature. According to the report from Graeme Bailey on HITC, the French international has his heart set on a move to Paris Saint-Germain. The French giants have made a significant shift in their transfer strategy, focusing on bringing in the best young French talents rather than big-name signings. PSG have opened talks with Lyon over a deal worth around £15 million for Cherki, and the player is believed to be keen on the move to play under the guidance of new manager Luis Enrique. With Cherki's contract at Lyon set to expire in 12 months, the French club will be eager to secure a transfer fee for the player rather than risk losing him on a free transfer in 2025. This gives PSG a significant advantage in the pursuit of the highly rated youngster. Given the Parisians' strong interest and Cherki's reported preference to join the Ligue 1 champions, it appears Chelsea, Tottenham, and Newcastle will have to look elsewhere in their search for attacking reinforcements this summer. The Premier League club's hopes of securing the signature of the French sensation seem to be fading rapidly. Then in other Newcastle United news, according to the latest reports, Sandro Tonali, the Newcastle United midfielder, is set to miss the club's first 3 games of the upcoming 2024-25 season due to a ban that expires at the end of August. Tonali, a 24-year-old Italian international, has been prohibited from playing football since October 2023 due to a 10-month ban imposed by the Italian Football Federation, FIGC, for betting-related offenses. However, he has been able to continue training with the Newcastle first team during this period. The initial confusion arose when a club statement published by Newcastle listed Tonali's return date as August 27, 2024, which would have allowed him to be available for the Carabao Cup second-round ties on August 27th and August 28th. This led to speculation that the Italian midfielder could feature in those matches. However, an official document published by the Football Association, OFA, now clarifies that Tonali's ban is set to expire on August 29, 2024, rather than August 27th. This means that the Newcastle United midfielder will miss the club's opening 2 Premier League matches against Southampton and AFC Bournemouth on August 17th and August 24th respectively, as well as the Carabao Cup second-round tie in the week starting August 26th. The FA's decision to adhere to the August 29th date provided by the FIGC suggests that they will not be extending Tonali's ban beyond the timeline initially set by the Italian governing body, despite the player's further betting offenses committed after joining Newcastle. This news will be a disappointment for Newcastle United fans, who were eagerly anticipating Tonali's return to the squad. However, the club has stated that they will respect the official FA document and Tonali's ban will remain in effect until the August 29th date, unless they are informed otherwise. This situation highlights the complexities and challenges that can arise in the world of professional football, where player suspensions and disciplinary actions can have a significant impact on team performance and squad depth. Then moving on, it appears that Jim Ratcliffe, the part owner of Manchester United, is once again using the media as a platform to take a swipe at Newcastle United, this time regarding the topic of Dan Ashworth. In a recent interview with Bloomberg, Ratcliffe discussed the challenges he faces in trying to fix the broken Manchester United club. However, it wasn't long before he veered off into criticizing Newcastle United's handling of Ashworth's departure.
One of the biggest issues in football, which I have to say I wasn't I wasn't fully prepared for, was the gardening leave issue, which is not something that I bump into in my sort of business world, and I see absolutely no point in the gardening leave sort of thing that they have in football. But of course, it just makes it difficult to change things with pace.
Right.
Because Omar's on 6 months, Dan Ashworth's on 1.5 years. Jason Wilcox, we had a very sensible conversation with Southampton. We managed to find a solution to that. Newcastle are just being very difficult and very awkward about Dan. So
Ratcliffe, who is the owner of the Ineos Group, seems to have an issue with Newcastle United's stance on the compensation they deem appropriate for the club losing one of its key staff members. Rather than simply paying the requested amount, Ratcliffe has resorted to going on a world tour of the media to lament the unfairness of Newcastle's position. It's evident that Ratcliffe believes the rules don't apply to him, much like his apparent aversion to paying taxes. However, Newcastle United has remained steadfast in their stance, insisting on what they consider to be fair compensation for Ashworth's departure. Ratcliffe could easily resolve this issue by simply paying the requested amount, but instead, he has chosen to publicly criticize Newcastle United's actions. This ongoing feud between the two clubs has provided Geordies with a sense of amusement as they continue to bathe in Ratcliffe's tears of unfathomable sadness. This highlights the irony of Ratcliffe, a wealthy individual, being that miserable despite his vast resources. This ongoing saga underscores the tensions and rivalries that can exist within the world of professional football, even among the sport's most prominent figures and clubs. But tell me, what did you make up of Ratcliffe's statements? Then moving on, Alexander Isak, the Swedish superstar currently plying his trade at Newcastle United, has made it clear that he is not fond of constant comparisons to his compatriot the legendary Zlatan Ibrahimovic. According to Swedish journalist Johan Kukukauslan, who has interviewed Isak on multiple occasions, the 24-year-old forward does not appreciate being compared to the former PSG, Inter Milan, Barcelona, and Manchester United striker. I have interviewed Alexander a lot of times and he is not fond of getting questions about Zlatan because he doesn't want to compare himself, Kukukauslan said. They're two different players, two different personalities. The comparisons between Isak and Ibrahimovic are understandable, given their shared Swedish heritage and the fact that both are highly talented strikers. However, as Kukukauslan points out, the two players have very distinct styles and personalities. While Ibrahimovic is known for his larger-than-life persona and supreme confidence, Isak is described as more laid-back and cooler in demeanor. The Newcastle United staff have actually likened Isak's playing style more to that of another legendary forward, Thierry Henry, rather than Ibrahimovic. Isak's game is characterized by his lightning-fast pace, exceptional dribbling ability, and deadly finishing traits that are more reminiscent of Henry's style than Ibrahimovic's more physical and imposing presence. The comparisons to Ibrahimovic are seen as lazy and overly simplistic, as they fail to capture the nuances of Isak's unique qualities. The Newcastle United player is on a path to establish himself as a world-class talent in his own right, and he understandably wants to carve out his own legacy, rather than constantly being measured against the achievements of Ibrahimovic. As Isak continues to impress in the Premier League and on the international stage, it will be interesting to see how his reputation and perceptions of him evolve. For now, it is clear that the young Swede prefers to be recognized for his individual strengths and not constantly associated with the shadow of his more illustrious compatriot. Then finally, if you would want to know the scary rise of Alexander Isak or Newcastle's potential new defensive signing, click one of the video links on screen now.